We're back with another Grody review, man.
What's going on?
Not too much. How about you?
Not bad. It's been a good day. It's my Friday today, so
There we go.
I'm ready to talk some comics, man.
Good. Well,
and we both got this one.
Yes, we both have that one. Shadowpunk. I've got it right here. I read it while I was at work today.
Definitely. That's cool.
Not too shabby, man.
This
Not
one,
too shabby.
What year did this come out in? This was a few years ago.
Let's see. It should say what year.
2023?
Yeah, credit page.
It didn't. I don't remember it taking that long to come out. I remember backing it because
it came out pretty quick like that.
This cover was freaking awesome. And the kind of like preview art I saw in the campaign.
Yes.
I was sold. I was like, you know what? This looks pretty rad. And I like cyberpunk stuff, you know. It looked interesting, so I bought it. And this cover definitely sold me on, this is something to check out. But there's definitely a lot to talk about. It's been out for a while. I don't know if there's part 2's in the works.
Yeah, part 2, it says in the back here, as you end the story, it says Shadowpunk 2 coming soon.
Soon. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Not too shabby, man. We'll get into those in a little bit, but before we do that, I also have an unboxing to do. Something came in from Critical Blast today, so I thought I'd pull out my little raptor talon here and cut it open and see what I got.
You know what? While you're cutting that open, I got something to show off too, man.
Okay, go for it.
So, the other day my daughter had her first live stream, and we were putting together a puzzle. It was fun. Okay. But while we were doing that, I checked the mail, and I got a package in from All Caps Comics. It was one of my CG shirts. But Ethan was badass, and he sent a free preview book for Fearsome, the Fearsome preview book.
Okay.
And man, I love David Williams' art. This is it's just a quick little read. Great artwork. Yeah, man. Great artwork. The from what I can gather right now, the story's looking pretty slick. I like it. It looks like a fun story.
Nice.
Dream, going into the dream world. Ethan's talked a lot about it. Then we've got to add, to make it a little bit more worth your buck, which he sent it to me for free, because how awesome is that? We got black and white. We got the line art, of those same pages. And I gotta say, I'm gonna go back this book now, because this is awesome. I feel kind of bad that I got a free preview book, because I know some of these go for some money, but I got that. That's an awesome book. I loved it. I read it pretty quick, and then I got in the mail Graveyard Shift 5. Graveyard Shift 5, and this is this is Tommy Patterson's artwork. Apparently, unfortunately, it's his last book, but.
So I dropped off on Graveyard Shift 3 and the supplemental. How's it picked up with 4 and 5?
Okay. The story is good throughout. Now, I think it was 3 that had some art that was the artwork's fine. It's just not Graveyard Shift artwork. It's real cartoony, childish kind of artwork. Okay. But in comparison, we pick it right back up to where this is where Graveyard Shift, in my opinion. This is where Graveyard Shift needs to be, man. This is badass artwork. I can't do this backwards.
That's some good use of colors now. I'm seeing some purples in there instead of just the reds and oranges and blues.
Yeah, there's a really cool page in here I wanted to show. Where's it at? Right here. That's badass. Right there.
That's wicked.
Yeah, man. I love Graveyard Shift. This is a great book. I haven't read this book yet, but the series so far is.
I feel like the character designs have upgraded too in those books.
Plus, like always, the tchotchkes, they sent a lot of cool stuff. I've got to add those to my graveyard cards. We got a print and everything. So that's awesome. I love it, man. You never go wrong with Graveyard Shift. And even got it signed. I think that's John Malin's signature.
Okay.
Is that John or is that Polton? It looks like a P or a J.
That's it. That looks like a JP.
So is it John Polton? John Malin Polton? No clue. I don't know. What's Polton's first name?
I thought it was Mark.
Mark Polton. That's weird.
Either way.
I'm not sure whose signature that is, but it's signed.
There we go. All right.
That's cool. I love it.
Nice.
Can't wait to read it.
So I just opened up my box here for the unboxing.
Oh yeah, what'd you get?
What I got was Phenomenova issue 2.
Oh, Phenomenova 2. Nice.
Yeah.
How was the first issue?
The first issue we actually reviewed here, man, and it was good.
That's right.
really
That's the
good.
one where he's like running, and I'm like, how fast can he run faster than the lightning? And it was like, no. But so if he shoots lightning as he's running, can he like smack himself in the face with the lightning?
Yeah. Got to tease him a little bit while he's over here. But no, the first issue was really good. It was thicker than the second issue. The second issue is not as thick, so not as many pages. But he said
I remember him talking about that.
Yeah, he said he was going to do that. But so here, let me blow up real quick. This is the back art right here, black and white.
Oh,
looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty slick art.
And then I got this cover here. I forget who the artist on the front on this one is. Maybe it's
Scales of Justice. I like that. That's pretty cool, man.
Doesn't say who the cover artist is. But either way, I'm looking forward to this one because I did enjoy issue 1. Issue 1 was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, issue 2, that'll be coming down the pipeline soon for a Grody review, and I look forward to that.
Nice.
Ooh, I like the feel of that. I didn't even notice that.
The first book looked pretty clean,
like,
man. That's like something I could see in a store.
It's not really. It's a different kind of texture than normal. It's like that rubbery kind of essence.
Yeah. What's with that? Where are all these books doing it? I like it too.
It gives you that grip. It lets you like know that it's not going to slip from your fingers.
Kit Carter had that.
Yes, I don't know what they call that for the covers, but that grainy, rubbery type feel.
Like no sheen, right? No light shining off of it.
Like matte.
It's not even a matte. It's like more than a matte. It's like it's like you said, like rubber or latex or something.
Yeah, I have no idea what they call that, but I really want that for my books down the line. This is really good work.
You really get into these, you know what I mean?
Actually, let's go ahead and look at the art. I'm pretty sure it's the same interior artist, but yeah, it's the same interior artist. Hang on real quick. So this is just a preview of what it looks like in the book. And I can already tell I'm going to like the girl with the midriff going on there.
Oh, yeah. Is that girl blind? Is she blind?
The one up there that looks like Kenshin's mother, yeah.
Okay. That's why she's wearing a blindfold, I imagine.
Yeah. So she's blind, but don't know her story yet. She's just being introduced in this issue. But
based off that cover, she's holding the scales of justice, right?
Yeah.
So that means she is somehow deciding the fate of Phenomenova and the villain. Or she's not deciding. She's like choosing or holding the scale. It's not like she's deciding who wins. She's like, she's the balance.
One who decides how it takes place.
And justice is blind.
There we go.
Yeah,
I like it.
She doesn't know what side to choose.
Okay.
That's my guess.
I'm not too sure. He left a lot open-ended for the second issue.
Yeah.
But, I enjoyed it. So we'll see what issue 2 has for us later on. But right now, we've got 2 books that we're going to show off tonight. Of course, the first one we already spoke about. It's going to be Shadowpunk. We're going to be showing off that one. Yeah. This is created by Matt Simecek. And you can follow him on Twitter. Same tagline, Shadowpunk. You can find it easily.
Is it Simecek? 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 I don't know. Where's Chat? How do you pronounce that, Matt? I know we talked to Matt before. He was on Dojo's channel, right?
Right.
I remember we talked to him about this book. I think that's what sold me, was talking to him about his book.
Right. And then we have Immortal Rising from Immortal Rising over on
that looks cool.
X Twitter. Of course, it's Aaron C. and Jose Garcia. So you can definitely tell that's Jose Garcia art.
Yeah, that looks like Merc made. Is that the same artist?
Oh, I want to say no. Jose
I would have.
Garcia might have done a cover on it, but I don't think
Yeah,
it's. I don't
maybe.
think it's the same artist.
Let me
Jose
pull that
Garcia,
up.
he's got this really cool, like, I don't know, cyberpunk lighting, but
Yeah, the colors look
in a
pretty good.
medieval fantasy world. I think it's a
Oh
pretty cool
yeah,
mix.
I remember talking about. I remember we looked at that, or we looked at the campaign or something at one point.
Yeah.
I remember
So we'll be
looking at
getting
that
into
book.
that one also, but we'll get into that one after we get into Shadowpunk. And if you want to set up your stuff, you can go ahead and do that. So
My
we can.
phone. This thing's gonna die. This thing. Well,
Oh,
hold on. Let me try that again. Actually, is it still? Is it still there? Or did it?
no, it's been removed.
Oh, how? Because it died.
That's okay. No, I was
Yeah.
just.
I had this set up, but for everybody watching, we had both of this, like both ideas covered, but this
Yeah.
thing was already low. This is my phone. The
Okay.
battery was low. Now I'll charge
Set
it
it
up
back up.
somewhere else. Yeah, I'll set it up. We'll do that
Okay.
again sometime. And
You
I'll,
set that back up. But yeah, I enjoyed both of these books. I will not say I enjoyed one more than the other because they were both unique and had their own kind of take for their worlds. I was really impressed with both of them, though. I'll tell you that much.
I did like Shadowpunk. It's unique. I'll give it
Yeah.
that. There are some. So I have a couple of pointers. I think I've already talked about it on a previous stream. I know we've talked about this book at some point
I don't know if we did
because
on my channel, maybe yours, but it's been a
it might have
while.
been mine. Because there was like the word bubbles go in some weird. Most of the time it's easy, but there was a couple moments where it's like, wait a minute, am I going this way? Am I going this way? Or I got to go down and up? I'm not sure where to go with that. But
Yeah, the speech bubbles don't really follow the panels very well.
in some occasions,
they're splatted. Right.
yeah.
I understand. It
And
didn't really.
the colors
It
are
didn't really
dark,
yeah.
so there's
It,
like moments where it's hard to read the words.
sure.
But
Yeah, I
that'd
had
be
to
my
be right next to the
criticism.
light to read it.
Yeah, right. That there's some moments where it's a little difficult to read, but not like it's hard. I'm not stupid.
Right.
I
I
don't
followed
think
it
at
pretty
least.
easily. I just had to figure out where my eyes were going.
Yeah, you just have to kind of like figure it out. Which I remember reading it the first time, going, you know what, that makes it more fun, right? Trying to
Yeah.
figure out how to read it, but then yeah, no. But ultimately, the story was cool. It was a cool idea, and I like it. I want to see part two.
Okay.
Let's
Are you
get into
setting
it.
up so you can show it off, or are
It's
you?
gonna take this thing a while to charge to
Okay,
even
never mind. I got
charge
it
and get
covered.
it
You
back.
just talk about it, and then
Yeah.
so we're gonna let Peter cover the talking points for Shadowpunk issue 1, and then after that, I'll take the point and talk about Immortal Rising. But
That's
like we
cool.
said, this Shadowpunk is by Matt Simecek. And let me adjust my lighting and my camera, and I'll get right back to you. Peter, entertain
Yeah,
them while I
man.
set up.
All right. Well, I'll do this. I will do it like I read to the children. Okay, here we go. We start off in like a kind of like a junkyard post-apocalyptic setting, right? It's clearly this is the future. It's a post-apocalyptic kind of world. We don't know exactly what happened yet, but we have here our character Shadowpunk, which they just call the Punk, and she's kind of just running around the city, right? And let's do some reading here. Let's do some reading. Any movement? Same old, same old. What's it going to take to wake her up? Hard to say, but she's way too comfortable in that hole in the ground. So she's like living here in a hole in the ground.
Okay.
Looks like it's kind of. I didn't catch it at first, but it's like a bus or something that goes in the ground, and you can see here that's like a mailbox, and so that like apparently the old city's buried or some shit. Probably, maybe nuclear waste. Maybe
There we go. I've got it set up
There
now.
we
I
go.
switched over.
And then we got maybe it's time to move in and shake things up. And then boom, I don't know what's going on. Oh, she kicks the doors open. Trust me, my new plan is flawless. It'll definitely get her moving. And then she's reading a note and she goes, just more junk. And then we get kind of like a view of the city. I think I'm a page before that. Are we going to skip?
Okay. Hang on. There we go.
Oh, that's the one.
So I'll
So we get a little bit of a preview of the city of her standing on this hill, and and everything's kind of like destroyed. So that's post-apocalyptic. Are they even alive, or am I stuck here alone forever? I'm not sure. Oh, I know who she's talking about. At any rate, I'm worried she won't last much longer. So we got somebody talking about her. There's something in the works. Me too. Yeah. Sooner or later, if the gangs don't get her, the guild will. We just have to hope she finds us before that happens. And what if that's not soon enough? Then we're dead in the water, my friend. Dead in the water. And then we what was that?
I really like the art in this book. Like, I like how the glasses are broken and she actually mended 2 different pairs together to make 1 pair of sunglasses.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I do like the, there's like a sense of, okay, everybody is, it's like Mad Max, right? Everybody's like piecing together junk and stuff to make weapons. It's post-apocalyptic, but it can't be that far in the future because everybody's still kind of wearing normal clothes. But it's far enough that everybody seems to have forgotten the before times, you know?
Yeah.
The before 4 times.
All right, so where are we going? Are we going on the next page now?
Yeah, next page. We got this girl punk walking through some caves. She sees some blood or something, and then somebody yells, "Thief!"
And you can see that she cut off a fish head so she can eat a fish.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't see that. I figured she must have eaten something, but
yeah, you can see right there.
Yeah, that's the one. This is the rat that's been eaten from our plate. This is ours. Everything here belongs to us. These are the rules. If you don't like it, go live out in the wasteland. Otherwise, pay the price. Girls, grab her! And it's a lot of girls. I don't know if there'd be that many girls in the post. Hey, get off me! But I was just hungry. And they're like, I was only... Okay, so they're beating the crap out of her. That bottom panel right there is kind of funny because this is a unique art. I don't think there's tracing going on or anything like that. This is like raw art from what I can see. And it looks fun. It's different. It's not, it's not like you'd see in some other comic books. But that's what I like. I'm kind of getting tired of seeing all these digital artists. Everything looks the same. There's a few exceptions. But I like a book that stands out. And I'm starting to dig this kind of, I keep hearing the phrase, deceptively simple art. Because there is some skill going on over here. And so it's interesting. It's unique. It makes it fun. Let's go on. I don't want to drone on about that. But next page.
We got Edwin up in the chat here.
What's up, Edwin?
What's going on, Edwin? Welcome. Appreciate you being here. We're going over Shadowpunk and Immortal Rising tonight. And Peter's at the helm guiding us through Shadowpunk right now.
All right, so we got B, I guess stands for bitch. Bitch basically is she's like the leader of like this gang that's going around. I guess it's their territory, and she's kind of the leader trying to move up the ladder to be one of the head guild members. And so she's just a real shithead. It's like, listen up, unless you're one of the brats, you can find someplace else to eat. If we find you here again, you get more than a beating, understand? Understand? She's like, yes, good, now beat it. And then they like basically kick her out, right? And then now we get some more monologuing going on here. There's now that I just read it earlier today, so I'm noticing some things here, like that owl in the previous panel. I'm noticing that.
That owl has been here since the first page.
Yep.
So keep an eye on that, nice. on that little nugget.
So guess what? Our girl got her clock cleaned. How bad? Okay, this is where the this is not where the paneling the wording gets a little confusing, but you'll see. So guess what? Girl got her clock cleaned. How bad? Not bad enough. We need her at the bottom. We need her at the bottom before we can make her the offer. So she's got to hit rock bottom. Looks like she's headed into the guild territory overnight. Let's hope she makes it out alive. Watch out, kid. Those guys are fanatics. Status report. Despite our checkpoints, we're still getting infiltrators from outside the city. To combat this, we've issued a kill-on-sight order. Use the hybrid dogs. They're fast and very aggressive. Next. All right. So this is sort of okay. We're shifting to the guild. I'm assuming this is the guild.
Yeah, me too.
And we're having like a meeting right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not to keep reading the whole book, but just to kind of break it down. So basically, we have these guild members. They're trying to get somebody to rise up the ladders because they need some new leadership so they can branch out. They're running out of electricity, and in this world, that's a real powerful entity to have is electricity. They kind of worship it like they're the source. They're like, hail the guild and hail the source, and that's like a light or something up there.
Mm-hmm.
So they're looking for electricity because I guess it powers the weaponry that helps them stay in charge. That's where it gets a little unique because I would imagine like futuristic technology being like Iron Man, right? But this is clearly like some apocalypse thing. So just regular, like a toaster oven would probably be like one of the most powerful things you could have in this. You know what I mean? If you could power like a toaster oven. That's interesting. It's like, I like that. That's kind of cool. It's not like overpowered. All right. It says it right here at the top of this page. Electricity is the key to holding the city, and our power source is getting weaker by the day. How can I save my people if I can't control them? My vision is clear, girly, but I lack the tools to achieve it. There was one whose knowledge of the natural mysteries was truly a gift. Breathtaking, actually. He was defiant back then, but today forcing compliance would be oh so easy. We must solve the power problem before it's too late. We also need new blood in our regime. Start scouting for a new generation of gifted leaders. True believer! Oh, and then he's like, gifted? This is okay. Right by his foot?
Yeah.
I miss that word bubble every time. It's like blends into that page.
Too far
True
away.
believers! It's just it's dark. It blends in with the colors. And true believers, we are not afraid to get their hands... Who are not afraid to get their hands dirty. So they're holding a little guild meeting. Next page. Back with our punk. And she's sitting there talking to a cockroach. When she's approached by, what's her name? It's just you and me against the world, buddy. Wait, what? Well, sure, I mean it. Of course, she's crazy talking to a cockroach. Now that's just not true. I thought we were tight. And it's like, huh? Hey, I don't want any trouble. Easy there. I come in peace and with an offer. No, thanks. One beating is enough for me. I got the message loud and clear. Trust me, this isn't what it seems. My name is Maddie. So now we got Maddie entering the scene. Just please hear me out. So she's trying to get her to go and be initiated with the bitch gang, right?
Right.
And so she brings her down to the bitch gang right after they just kicked her out.
Basically.
They have well, look what the cat dragged in. It's the thief back for more. And she's like, give her a chance, B. Her name is Shadow, and she wants to be a brat. Oh, they're called brats. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that right? You think you're tough enough to join us? This is, I guess the word, this is like where everybody has the names, whatever the name page, where everybody shows their name. Well, I don't know, but I'd like to try. She says. Next page. All right, here we go. Here we go. This one's a doozy. Again, I like this book, but this wording, holy crap. This is a double page spread. We start at the top left. Now, this one actually, it's a doozy, but there is a clear path to follow. You just follow the word bubbles, and it's weird reading them backwards, but tonight's here.
Yeah. I was zooming out that way you could see both the splash page. It is a good splash page. I do like it.
I do like the splash page and the artwork and everything. It's kind of like a montage of what they're doing. So they're going to go initiate by beating the shit out of these two guys that are barbecuing or something down at those two buses.
Yeah.
And then when they do, let's see here. Let me start about halfway. You know what? I'll just read the whole thing. That tonight's your initiation. Do what it takes and you're in. Okay, do what it takes and you're in. Punk out and well, I'm sure you know what that means, right? The copycats are total suck-ups. They're constantly licking the boots of the guild. We need to take them out before they take us out. Shouldn't we at least scope the area first, just in case there's zip it, punk. Dingbat and Loco, you're the muscle. When this jumps off, let it rip. Maddie, I swear, if you're not out there, I'll beat you myself. And Punk, you better show up or there's going to be hell to pay. All right, then. Here's the plan. And then spread out wide, stay low and quiet. Once I get the signal, unleash on them like demons. And then this guy with these glasses is like, hey, dinner's ready. And whatever you do, don't show mercy. So they're beating the shit out of him. They like come in, attack in. They like smack that dude with a stick or something.
Yeah, because finding food is like a hot commodity in this world, apparently.
Yeah, I like that. I don't know what they smacked him with. That looks like a stick or something, but
yeah.
Or is that his like pole that he's eating with? I'm not sure. It's like a fishing
pole. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because there's a panel there before where he's got like a cat or something on this fishing pole. So he's not getting smacked with that. He's getting smacked by her boot. Oh, okay. Duh. Okay, that's what's going on. He's getting smacked by the boot. That's it, girls. Take it on the chin. This time the guild will take me seriously. I'll walk over their bodies if that's what it takes. Still up to the same old tricks, B. And then we got a bunch of dudes jumping in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
It's the little birds. How? Ha! A little bird told us. I don't understand what that is. Do you understand what that is? The little birds. Those tiny little panels, little word bubbles.
Little birds was supposed to come after the speech bubble that says a little bird told us, because they repeat what she says in the next panels over also, but it comes after that speech bubble. So I think they're
like stupid and just repeating everything, or maybe we're just here to double dealing scams.
See, they should have called this band of people the echo chamber.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see. Because she says at the top of the page, girls take it on the chin, and then in the background, they're all like hiding in the background. They're saying chin, chin. So they're like one of us, kind of a thing.
Yep.
Ah, okay. All right. So they get ambushed, and it's pretty bad. Like they all get their asses beat, and they have to flee back to their shelter. I'm gonna go ahead and flip to that next page. I don't want to spoil everything.
Of course not.
And next page, she's real pissed because, they're like, who the hell spoiled, our ambush? They knew we were coming, and they're blaming it over here on Punk.
Hey Fanta, how you doing, girl?
Hey Fanta, what's going on?
We miss you.
Yeah, when are you gonna jump back in here with us? We gotta get her back in on this.
Yeah, next week.
She read Shadowpunk too, didn't you? Fanta, didn't you read Shadowpunk?
I'm not sure.
What'd you think of it? I think she did. I remember she didn't. I'm pretty sure she did like a, what's it called? Like a review or something.
Yeah.
All right, so we got these girls. They're all pissed off, and B's trying to blame it on Punk. So Punk's just like, "No, what are you doing?" And then they're like, "We're going to teach you a lesson," and they brand her, essentially like blinding her.
That's just...
And she's like, "Ah!"
That's pretty bad.
Oh, and we got an eye. I love it when I see an eye. There's a couple eyes in here. All right. Oh, yeah. Next page. Dark thunder rolled around the shores. The title of part 2 right here. Dad, where? So she's like hallucinating. She's like, where are you, Daddy? Out in the wasteland. She is completely abandoned. We're seeing, she's all alone. There's not a lot of words on the next couple pages, so there's kind of like a breeze.
It's a nice little breather. You just see what's happening. You kind of get to sit there and feel what she's feeling instead of being told what to feel.
Yeah. On this next page, we get some cool city shots with the owl flying overhead and everything too.
Okay. Yeah, that's a beautiful shot. I love that.
Yeah. In the top left, I actually like these. The left page, the top left panel, the owl flying over the city looks cool. The colors are good. Above that panel,
Oh, okay.
the top left. Other way,
Oh, up here.
Yeah, up here. Yeah. I like those city street shots. It's believable. You know, a lot of times you'll see city and it doesn't look. It looks like, I don't know, 3D assets or something. It just doesn't look like a believable world. This actually looks believable. Like, I'm looking at it. Colors are good. Everything's pretty spot on. I like the mood that it sets. So she's seeing the lightning crackling up in the sky. And there's a bird, that owl, following her. We move on to the next page.
Okay.
Desolation. The Guardian building. Completed in 1929. We got a rat jumping over everything.
So far, this is the only real issue I have with the book. This is a wasted double splash on a rat.
On 2 pages. Well, okay. If you're going to have a lot of pages with no words.
Yeah.
We're on, like, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 with the last 2. And now we're on 5 and 6. Double page. 5, 6. No words. Other than, where are you, Daddy? Next page. 7.
Okay.
7 pages. No words. Like, you might as well throw like a black page in there just to have like the blackout moment, you know?
Right.
All right. So she's walking around. She comes across this angel statue with the flaming sword. And that's when things start to pick up. I guess she falls down and enter our, what do you call that? Our Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's like our Obi-Wan.
Oh, you're talking about that dude.
Yeah, because that's what's happening right now, right? Fiery, the angels fell. Deep thunder rolled around their shores, burning with the fires of Orc. And then she wakes up and goes, what? What? Okay, this is one right here. This is one of the... It's mostly fairly easy to read, but okay. Whoa, what's going on? And then down to the left. Now, just take it easy. Stay away from me. Relax, I just came down here to make you an offer. Everyone's making her offers. What are you talking about? An offer, a proposal from one person to another? You see, I think we may be able to help each other out. Well, I don't need help from you or anyone else, so yeah, I've noticed. Listen, kid, I'm looking for an avenging angel, and it looks like you've got some avenging to do. Interested? This page right here.
Yeah.
This one threw me off. I had to read it 5 times to figure out how to read this page. I was going left to right, and then down left and right. If you zoom out real quick, show this whole page real quick, and I think I even mentioned this to what's his name that wrote it. Okay, so the reading order is top left, over to the right. You go, and then I guess you go down. You go top left, and then maybe down, and then top right.
See, that's what I thought. I thought I was supposed to go down this way and then come back up and go down the elevator.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That is it. That makes sense. Let's read it and find out if that's the right way. No rush, Phil, because they're going up by the elevator on the right side of the page, so that would make sense. It would be stupid to read downward as they move upward. Okay. No rush, feel free to crash here tonight with the rats, or you can follow me. The choice is yours. But hurry up, that door is closing fast as he wheels away. Hey, wait up! Get moving. This is a ride you don't want to miss. And then, what is this? It's called an elevator, young lady. Hold on. Ella, what? What? And then
Shadowpunk's in the house.
What's up, Shadowpunk? Read your book.
Shadowpunk. We're just giving our Grody review here for you. Hope you enjoy it. We'll get back to it.
Then this is only because I'm used to reading left, right, and then I ended up reading it top left and then down to the right, and I was like, no, hold on, now I'm reading it backwards, but it makes sense that you're going up the elevator. It's a little jarring, but it's kind of interesting to figure out.
He says, great review and pointers so far. So, yeah, man, just keep it on.
Yeah.
Keep it going. Keep it honest.
And if I'm wrong, or you're like, what the fuck is he saying? Feel free to call me out. I have no problem with that at all. So she's like on the elevator. Oh, what? Whoa. It's like, chill out. This is what protects us from the streets below and the guild too. Who exactly are you? My friends call me the mole, but you can call me sir. Ha, that's a joke, right? Actually, no. So where are we going? Through the clouds, kid. So hold on. All right.
Oh, I like Shadowpunk's attitude. Look at this.
What's
He
that?
says the reader is never wrong.
Sometimes they're wrong, but I like that thought. I like that sentiment, though.
Yeah, that's right. That's almost like the
Sometimes
customer's always right kind of mentality.
yeah, but I mean, sometimes there's art. You know what I mean? And you express yourself in art. It doesn't matter if the reader gets it or not. The art's there. It is. Like we were looking at. Never mind. I'm not going to bring that one up.
Now this double page, I love the look. This is beautiful.
I love this artwork on this page. It's
This
very intricate.
This makes up for that double splash of the rat.
I like how the word bubbles have water. It's like obviously on the outside, but the word bubbles have water dripping off of them.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I do wish the word bubbles were a little bit easier to read. Everything in black with the white lettering.
Yeah.
And maybe if they had an outline, which you kind of get with the water droplets, it's a nice touch. But it is the whole book, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. The whole book, the lettering, everything is real dark, and that does kind of set. In one hand, it sets the mood for the book because it's like a dreary place to live, and so it makes sense that everything is dark. It allows for your colors to really pop. It does cause problems when you're trying to read, and certain things just kind of blend in, so you're searching for it, but not so much on this page. This is a good page. So we're like, whoa, you live here? This is my secret sanctuary above the city. What's that? It's the basis for most of my inventions, and something the guild is desperately searching for. If they get it, the damage they will cause will be immeasurable. So what about this? What about this deal, huh? What am I here? Because I need your help. Look at me. My fighting days are long gone. I need you to do what I can't anymore. Do you have any idea what they're doing? What they plan to do to the city? If we don't do something, no one will. And what then? I'll be your little spy, slipping through fences, hiding in basements? Is that it? I know this is a lot to lay on you so fast, but there's more to this than meets the, you're a fool, old man. This plan makes no sense. Let's just think about this for 2 seconds. All right. And then this owl. I didn't realize he was that big.
I didn't either.
That's a big fucking owl.
Scaling.
That's Lachusa. That's like the demon owl.
Harry Potter, damn, dude, that bird's going to eat everything.
Yeah, no shit, right? Eventually they'll follow me back here. Then what? Then they'll take this place apart, brick by brick. Kid, you would just listen to me for 1 second, please. I'm done listening. You're seriously out of your mind. How do I get the heck out of here? Actually, I would be like, you got a hot dog? I want a hot dog.
Yeah.
It's like, get down now. Yeah, right. You hungry? Hold on. Let's feed you. Let's feed you first. But all right, so we got this fucking big ass owl coming after her. Oh my kid, that's funny. What the? Your owl tried to kill me. He would never do that unless I told him to, of course. This is Ridley. I like that name too. I created him. Well, sort of anyway. Wait, I've seen him before. Yes, indeed you have. You see, he's my eyes outside the tower. Where he goes, I go. But how does that even make sense? Look deeper. There's more to him than what you see on the surface. I found him, and let's just say I made him stronger, better. I really don't understand. Follow me. Let me show you one more thing. All right. So, this is where it gets interesting with the tech.
It finally picks up here.
Yeah, this is where it picks up. That was quite a stretch, I will say, but I do like it. Makes the book longer, and it's like a fun read. But let's see here. Here we go.
Stanley Orchard is up in the.
Hey, Stanley, what's going on, man?
He says that owl's eye looks like HAL 9000. Howl the owl.
Howl the owl. That's funny. All right. if I was gonna do a post-apocalyptic like tech, it's like a tech war, right? Like people
Yeah.
with the tech wins. I never would have thought about doing it this way in a
Well,
million
yeah.
years, and that's what I like about it because it's like Iron Man, but this is not Iron Man. You get this backpack. He's like showing her this backpack, and she's like, "Well, big whoop! It's a backpack." And then
Yeah.
he like clicks this button, and it like pops out these. I don't know. Are those wings? How do those work? Are those like anti gravity? Who
No,
cares?
I like to
It's
think that they work like dragonfly
wing?
wings, like they buzz real quickly, going up and
Okay,
down.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how I like to look at them.
Shing shing. She like pushed the button, or he pushes the button, and then these like wing things pop out. She's like, "Whoa, that's awesome!" And now she can fly. I guess you're right. The way she's kind of hovering, I could see that, like dragonfly wings,
Yeah,
which is interesting. I didn't even think about that.
and I like the idea that it would make a lot of noise when it powers up and she goes above everything. Like it would sound like a drone going by.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like you have the wings. Okay, the wings steer, and the pack propels. Okay,
Yeah,
so it's whatever. Like what is it? Rocketeer,
a
and the wings
plane.
are like, oh yeah, like a plane. Oh well, I was looking on the backpack, and those are not. That's not a propeller. That's those are the blades that are popping out of her wrist thing, right?
I think that's the propeller. I think that's the thing that propels thrust.
Okay, they look. It looks a
Yeah,
lot like
it does
exactly
look
like the
it does
blades.
look like the blade she shoots out later. But yeah, I totally think that's the propeller that helps start lift.
Okay. Yeah, like Stanley says here, I really like that approach. It's different, not the same old thing we've seen many times.
You
And
ain't
I
lying.
completely agree. That's what's refreshing about this comic book. It is different, and I like that. I like the way you color, like the met. As an artist, you see the line, like the wings are metal,
Let
right?
me get in there.
You see how they got like the black blocking going on there, or whatever, the black spotting on those wings, and that's like a, I guess maybe I want to just say a Kirby thing or whatever. It's an old school artistic way of drawing metal, is by just having these like wavy black spots on there. I I can't do that, and especially on the next page,
Yeah.
unless
Well,
yeah
it also shows that it's not like a brushed chrome. Like he took care of this because this project was his baby. So this is like chromium. This stuff reflects. This is like mirror metal.
yeah, and that's like a hard thing to do without showing everything being reflected. But I don't
Right.
know who came up with the idea of just throwing wavy black lines, and that's how you show that it's mirror. But that's fucking genius. Like windows, back in the day they would draw a window, but they would just have a couple of wavy lines on the window,
Right.
and then bam, instantly that's a shiny window. Who came up with that shit? And I love it. It's hard. Even this is like a hard thing to really do. I've seen it in a couple of other books recently coming out of like indie space, like Boots and Heels. Camel
Uh-huh.
Moon, he did a pretty good job with that too, with those with his rendering. I like it. It's pretty cool. And I don't know. That's my take. I do
No, I
like
totally
this
agree with you.
artwork.
No, I
So
love it.
so we got this guy. He's like a mechanic. He's an inventor. I guess he's got. If I'm going back a couple pages, I guess he's got a nuclear reactor in his apartment. That's fun. And so he's
I
got
just
this
like
like
this guy's
superpower.
design. I think he looks great.
Yeah, I like that he's like a bum looking kind of
He
dude.
looks crazy though at the same time. I love it. The scruffy beard, the glasses that have like I don't know, a magnifying lens attached to it too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So he's like telling her, "Hey, this is your suit. This is what you're going to be using to be fighting the guild." And she's just like, let's read. Let's see here. Enough already. How much longer do I have to do this?" So she's like training, right? She's like training on this suit. And he's like, "Girl, how can I say this clearer? Those buttons inside the gloves, left is up, right is down. That's not that difficult, man. This time, just try it very slowly. How about that? She's like, got it. Finally, the miracle I was waiting for. She's finally got it. We got a montage here of the whole training thing. I'm barely in one piece. Can I get some pads or something? Well, sure. I got stuff. I got that kind of stuff. She's like, what? What's going on here?
Yeah, that's an odd thought for me. I was wondering what the hell she was like saying what to.
Yeah, it becomes clear on the next page. I think is what she's talking about. Is the up at the top there? That's where we get those blade things that look like the engine.
See, like, this is where you got to suspend disbelief, because you wouldn't think that thing would hold many of those. I'm going to call them shuriken. Yeah, but you wouldn't think that thing would hold many of them. But she shoots out plenty when she gets back to you-know-who. We'll come back to that later.
Yeah, and I'm a little confused. She's got this helmet on one, but then the next page, she's got a different one. Did she make... Well, although that rendering on the second one down there is pretty good. I like that.
Yeah.
Again, with that, that rendering. But so this helmet, who made the helmet with the spikes on it? Because that first helmet is clearly the prototype. The montages get a little bit like it's so confusing, but I guess it's suspend disbelief.
But she says right here, no way, man, I'm not wearing this shit. So give me some tools and I'll make it look badass. And that's what she came up with. So she
made that. Oh, so she's kind of clever too.
Yeah.
All right. Again, with these curvy like word bubble things, I do like following the panels and everything. He made the first helmet. She hated it and made the metal one. Okay, cool. That's what Jake's here, because when I don't understand something, he seems to get it. All right, it's the same. So she's asking, and what's your story? It's like same tragic story over and over. This one, ours. After years of turmoil and starvation, we banded together and defeated the raiders from the outside. We fought each other on the inside until only two groups remained, the Guild and everyone else. The weapons we built together, they now turn against us, and the Guild assembled control of the city with an iron grip. They even use the gangs now to control the ruins. That girl B, she'll chew up and spit out those friends of yours. She's dead set on climbing that Guild ladder. That's actually pretty bad.
I really like this art because it separates from the rest of it. Like, look how clean that looks.
Yeah.
So this is all just like backstory. So when you get those, flashback panels, this is clean. This is way more clean than the rest of the book that we're actually participating in. I'm all about this, dude. This is
dude.
Right here.
I do like that too, man. And like the fire or whatever, are those?
Yeah,
it's like flamethrowers and shit.
Nah, like the camera doesn't do it justice the way that the fire pops.
Yeah, definitely. That's cool. I like that. It's cool artwork, man. All right, so here we go. Just give me one shot and I'll knock her head off. Oh, knock her head right off. And he's like, no! She's not worth it. Our enemy is the Guild, not those rats that live in the streets. And she's like, look at me! She almost killed me, and now you want me to join some crusade to save the city? I want revenge! Then this is it. This is your moment. This is when you have to choose your own path. But if you go back there, I can't help you. Understand? I get it. Just leave me alone for a while, please, sir. And then he's like, let me give that backpack a tune-up. Wait, it was right here. And then she's like left him a note. This kind of got me, just as far as the storytelling perspective. She's like, give me a minute. The next page... maybe like sometime later, but like a box or something. I don't know, because it feels like he literally just turns around. He's like, all right, while you're waiting, I'm going to tune up your backpack for you. And then it's gone. And then, sorry, I chose revenge as her. That's what she decided to do. And he's like, damn it, kid, what have you done? So then she takes flight. This is when it gets kind of cool, actually.
The owl's right behind her.
Oh, so the owl's following her around. He can like watch her still. All right. So she comes back to take some revenge. She's like, "Fuck you, bitch! Eat still, you." Okay, so this is where like the artwork. I like the way that he draws B because she does look like a crackhead, dude.
She looks like she came from Pitter Patter.
Yeah, that's kind of true. It is similar art. Like the colors would be different, but the art style's kind of this. It's kind of similar.
Yeah.
I think it's like probably better, but definitely more well done. But especially that eye thing right there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, so we got so now we've got B. She's like trying to cut. Is it Maddie, who the girl that tried to help Punk? And she's like, I'm gonna fucking wrench. Oh no, it's a knife. I'm gonna knife you. You understand? You don't like me? I'm gonna teach you a lesson. Teaching lots of lessons, and then Shadowpunk jumps right in. She's like, "Eat steel, you bitch!" And I like this panel right here where she's like got the boots,
yeah,
the spikes and everything. That's cool.
That's a good shot.
So then we get a cool fight scene. Hey, hold on a second. Hey, Jake.
Yeah.
Take over for just a second.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
So you see right here that a fight breaks out between B and Mira. And of course, B, she gets a little bit of a hit in. She stabs her with a knife. And I'm guessing that's her leg or her shoulder. I can't really tell. But you see how pissed off she gets. And they separate. And she's like, drop it here and now, and I'll let you walk. And then Mira's like, tough talk from a smelly beast of a girl. I don't know why she thinks. Look how lanky this chick is. That's not a beast. That's a crack addict. She might have the strength of a beast because of the crack, but this to me. Yeah, if that was coming after me, I wouldn't really want to stick around either. But she's like, before I'm done, you'll wish you kept your shut. I'm going to cut you out of that thing, starting with your head. So the next page comes about. And then that's when we finally see the shuriken in action. She's like, shoop, shoop, shoop. Oh, my ear. And this is a really good shot. I like how because it doesn't only take her ear off, as you see right there. It also slides across her face. So it takes the skin of her face and the ear. And
do we get an eye?
Yeah, cut that bitch up. So she's basically giving her last rites, saying, here's your ultimatum. Either you get the fuck out of here, I'm going to end it right now. And she's just like, yeah, tell her, Mira. She's like, all right, I'm out. And all the kids whoop and holler. Even though they had no problem getting ready to kill Mira beforehand, they just get away with sticking around. I don't know. Brats be brats, man. But we're back. Where are we now? This is a different area now.
Okay, this is back at the apartment. It's a little confusing.
Yeah, so did he
color
bring
schemes
back? Did he bring Maddie back?
I guess she went back to him.
Yeah, she did go back to him. Because there's the...
Oh, yeah, he's got in the middle there, he's got the backpack. And he looks like
it's absorbing electricity or recharging or some shit.
Oh, yeah. But if you look, the machine is like... That's like the machine. I don't know that I see magnifying glasses, so it's like a computer, and it's replaying the scene. I guess. That's a little confusing.
It's okay.
The color scheme does kind of set the stage that this is apartment. Like we got yellows for the apartment.
But he's basically saying, "Do that shit again, and you're done for good." So he's basically forgiving her, but saying, "This is your last chance." And then we can go to the next page. But I do like this shot. This whole action page right here. I really like this. This is a nice shot.
Yeah, that's a cool page. I really like that.
All right. So we're switching pages, and you can take back over.
Awesome. All right, here we go. Oh, okay. This is the page. I have no idea how to. I don't know how to read this page. I've tried several different ways. I'm starting at the top, and then I'm going around in a loop, and then I'm going down. Is that how you do it? Or do these 3 panels at the bottom connect to the word bubbles up at the top?
The way I started out doing it was trying to read it counterclockwise. Maybe that works.
All right, well, hold on. Let's start at the top.
Okay.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. And I think hearing your voice in my ear makes me want to puke. Listen, it's time. It's the best way to keep you safe out there. Yeah, right. I'm untouchable up here. Not true. Ridley's been shot at many times over the years. So stay sharp. The city is a dangerous place at every level. And then, do I go down? Or do I go to the next word bubble to the right?
See, I went down. I kept going counterclockwise, like in a circle.
Okay, so I'm going down. It says, well, things seem pretty quiet up here. Turn left to City Hall. I want you to see something. And then we go back up to the center, right?
Yeah.
Whoa, it looks like hell on earth down there. Who are all of those people? And then I'm going down. Those are slaves, kid. Do you think my family could be down there? Then we go back up. Oh shit, incoming. And then down. Head on back right now. And then back up. But this looks different. Honestly, it's hard to say. The guild has been trading in flesh for years.
Right. So that's how I read it. He was like, check it out down there. She's like, oh man, I'm looking. Yeah, that does look like hell. Do you think my parents might be down there? Hard to tell because that the guild has always been trading in flesh for years. So I do believe it is a counterclockwise type deal because you start here and then you work your way around the panel and go on back up.
Okay. That one got me. All right. Understood. I'm headed in. Huh? What's that? And there's something hanging outside the shelter. Amp up your vision like I showed you. Gasp. No! She like zooms in. She's like sees Maddie. Maddie's all, yeah. That's Maddie, right? Oh, now and then now take a deep breath and think this through before she rips the earpiece out.
Yeah.
To hell with you and your damn device. She's like, hold on, Maddie, I'm coming. Now that's the second chime, right?
Yep, that's number 2. That's strike 2.
Strike 2. All right, she comes down and snap with one of those cool blades, shurikens. I've got you, friend. Oh, the glorious hero returns just moments too late. Tisk, tisk, so tragic. You monster! Indeed, but only monsters get ahead. Isn't that true? Now I see what has to happen. I'm not sure you realize what this moment is really about. Your reign of madness is over, B. Oh no, thanks to you, I've been reborn. You see, I'm finally moving up. They just need one thing, and my rise will begin. That suit you're wearing, oh yes, they will have it. And I will pull it from your dead bones with glee. You're completely lost your mind. Come now, don't be that way. I've learned so much about you, Mira. I feel like the big sister you never had. Let me introduce you to my new friend, courtesy of Guild Science. Big Daddy.
That was an awesome laugh.
This is like, boom.
Worked so well.
Yeah, eyes and those are the best. All right. Behold, the power of the guild before your very eyes. Man and machine merge to serve my will alone. Your orders will do my bidding. Tear her head off and bring me that suit. And then we got a robot. We got a big old mechanoid robot. What a human head.
This is an awesome design.
Yeah, I like the human head on top.
Right?
Like, that's funny. All right. So they do a little squabble. And she's like, yes, it begins. And she's like, and he's like, no, wait. I said kill her. And she's like, yes, it can't be. And then Cow! And the monster's like crack and like smacks her, like bitch slaps her. It's like, oh god. We got a cool little fight scene going on. Do we keep reading, or do we call it right there?
You can call it right there if you want.
Because we get some spoilers, even though it is literally like the very end of the book. I don't know, Shadowpunk. If you're still in here, what do you think? Should we keep going, or do people need to read this to get to the spoilers and then read part 2 when it comes out soon? But you got to get this book either way.
Well, you can see she's really flat, so we are at the end where things take place. I won't spoil it, but yeah, she's losing her ass to this android cyborg, whatever you want to call it.
Yep. So she's losing her ass
back here. She's she's skipping or she's hopping about because she's so happy about it.
All right, so we're going to start off at the top here. So easy. I do love the sound of bones breaking. Prepare to be mangled, punk. Mole, sir, can you hear what's happening? I messed up bad. Mole, you were right. So right. What are you waiting for? Tear her to pieces. Finish the job. Wait, what have they done to you? They tell me they're... Okay, hold on. Who's reading this right here? They tell me the horrific trauma just wipes the brain clean. Marvelous, isn't it? And she's like, bam! It's like, shuriken, you monster! And she's like, got a... Dude, is that a fucking manhole cover?
It's either a manhole cover or a trash can.
She's strong.
I think that's a manhole cover.
She's fucking strong if she can hold that up.
Yeah, she's like crackhead power.
Here it comes. Poor Mira. Your death is mere moments away. Can't you just taste the excitement? And then Mira's like, wake up! And the monster's coming
up. This shot of Mira just laying here is really good.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
The hands are kind of like, decrepit and broken. This is a sign of this is it. This is it for her.
Go up 2 panels. I like where she shoots the shuriken. That's like my favorite panel in the whole book right there.
Yeah, that's a good one. Like it's got the wind under the blades and everything, showing speed lines.
Yeah. It's a cool looking shuriken. With those curves and everything, that's like a hard thing to kind of draw.
Yeah.
Like I would have a pain in the ass
time
trying to draw that. All right, and then of course her pose is cool. She's like yelling, "Wake up!" And then, coming from behind B, we got this monster guy with a big old block of concrete. Nice try, but he's been repurposed, as they say. And any final words before he crushes your skull? She's like, don't come now. You can do better than that. Just spit it out. Don't. It's me, Mira. And then on the last page here.
And here's the fatal
Your daughter. So that's what happened to her daddy.
Ends.
And then don't miss Shadowpunk 2. And since we have Shadowpunk in the chat, when are we looking to see Shadowpunk 2?
Yeah. All right. Let me
launch it soon.
Let me readjust everything here. Put you up there. You talk about it for a second.
That's pretty good. All right. Mo Big's in the chat. He's like, hail, chat. Hail, Stanley. And he's saying hail to everybody. Shadow, if you're in the chat right there, I did not. Mo Big says I did not get a notification, and Peter told me the show would be on tomorrow. No, wait a minute. Tomorrow? Did I say that? I said I might be doing a show tomorrow. I might still be doing a show tomorrow. We do shows on my channel and Jake's channel. All right, Shadowpunk says I'm launching to end of summer and doing a huge promo with the launch. That's awesome, man. That's gonna be great to talk about. I can't wait to talk about it because we just did this.
Yeah.
We just did the reading.
Yeah. This book's really good. We told a couple of the grievances with it and everything, which aren't big deals. This is just nitpicky shit, which is what we do. We praise the book and then we give our nitpicky bullshit, which, is going to happen.
I'm going to do a book of Mo Biggs Hates Peter. That's what it's going to be called. It's like, but why would you tell me that when you know I don't watch your channel? That would make no sense. Who says it has to make sense?
Yeah. So you see, this was created by Matt Simecek, and I'm going to tell you right here, there's no other credit on this book. So this was all him. Lettering, color,
also,
art.
No, hold on. He said that somebody did the art.
Oh,
who said that art? Earlier, right? Created by Matt Schmickles.
Yeah, there's no other credit. I thought this was all Matt.
Yeah, I didn't.
Simecek. I'm so sorry.
All right, Simecek.
So sorry.
Who did the artwork? Matt, are you the artist? Because I thought you said earlier in the chat.
Well, ring that bell, man.
Yeah. I love the art. Also, Matt, Shadowpunk, you do the 3D modeling too, right? I remember a few years ago, you used to do those statues and everything. What's he saying now?
He's saying, why would you tell me that when you know I don't watch your channel? That would make no sense.
Yeah, but then he says, who says it has to make sense? Where was this energy during the projectile reptile review?
Yeah. Have me on sometime. I'd love to talk about it. We'd love to have you on, man.
I couldn't bring that energy during that projectile reptile review, and we all know why.
Oh, thank you, Stanley. He says, hey, now, someone needs to slap that thumbs up. We're short a thumb on this.
Oh, yeah. Am I watching on this channel?
He says, excellent feedback.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I gotta like prep when I do a reading so I can have all the voices ready to go.
I know, right?
That was like a Muppets voice. I was totally
and I've been playing around with something else that'll be coming down the pipeline, so we might be able to do an actual video.
Oh yeah, that'd be kind of cool too if we could put that together.
Almost similar like Comic Storian does with comics. I would love to do that for indie comics.
Yeah, and there's a lot to go over. Dude, that would be like endless content if we did that.
I personally, for Shadowpunk, I personally like the backside of the cover over the front, and only for one reason. Without the camera on this, it looks, the Shadowpunk emblem right here kind of bleeds into the rest of it. So if he gave it like the chromium look, or put some like droplets on it to make it stand out against everything else, that would have been great. Other than that, phenomenal book, man.
Chromium would have been cool. Yeah, but I mean that's like a hefty price.
I'm just talking about for the title logo. It kind of bleeds in with the other.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Because it's the two tone.
So to make it stand out, maybe make that like a brushed or like a two tone with like a white going into blue, something like that. Just to let it stand out and pop a little more. But
make it bigger. If it was a little bigger, it might even be. It's a very intricate title, right? So when you have like these toned down blues, maybe if it was red, and then it made it bigger or something.
This show needs more energy. Send Stanley the link.
I do need to send Stanley the link, but hold on, my phone's no longer dead. Hold on.
Why isn't my boy Simecek on there talking about his book? Because we have one more book to review before we end this show. And we're about to talk about it right now. But before we do, let me go ahead and put the link to its second issue on Fund My Comic down in the chat for everybody. Hang on one second. So
sorry I didn't send the link earlier, Stanley. My phone died earlier. Sorry.
We're going to be looking at Immortal Rising issue 1, and right now this is the link for issue 2 in the chat. So if you want to check it out, you can.
It's time to power up.
But it's time to go in. We're going from the dystopian, cyberpunk, steampunk book into high-flying fantasy. So we're going into Fantasyland with.
And who's the artist on this one? Because
Jose Garcia is the artist.
Is he the cover artist for that?
Yes, he is. So created, written, and co-edited by Aaron C. Co-editor Elia Demina. Artist, interior, and front cover is Jose Garcia.
Jose Garcia did that cover?
Yep.
Because that looks
You
like...
can tell just by the fucking colors. That is Jose Garcia.
Yeah, but I'm trying to find out who did Merkmaid, because that looks a lot like that one Merkmaid image. I don't know if it's the cover for Merkmaid. I'm looking that up right now.
Mobe says Jose, a.k.a. Crack Kirby.
Yeah.
Jose is a freaking wizard. Did you guys cover Bandit Crow? Yeah, that was...
We did that,
one,
the preview book or something, right?
Yeah, we did. We covered the preview book.
Yeah, that book looks amazing, man. That thing blew me away. Like to see that coming out of indie space is really like heartwarming.
Right. Okay. What's going on, Stanley? Welcome. Glad you finally made it.
I'm sitting here trying to do some work on the
fairy
computer.
tale
All
with
of
a
sudden,
body
the camera
count,
just
Little
turns
Mermaid.
on.
Are they coming out with a new one? What's that?
Can you hear me?
This is what you get, Mo. You said more energy, and this is what you get.
Dude, I am
it
bringing
sounds
the
like
energy.
a guide to me.
I jumped right into this one.
All right. Let me set up my camera because I'm going to be the one presenting this one. While we're doing that, hey, Stanley, don't you have something coming down the pipeline?
I do, and I got pushed back a week for one.
Do you want to talk about it while I set up?
I can do that, sure. Yeah, I can vent and I can complain and I can bitch.
Oh, do that. Yes, we love your complaining. Do that.
There was one letter that had to be edited. And
Okay.
and that one letter cost me an entire week. So I do YouTube stuff, and I've got a book, and it's supposed to have been like released today, but there was like literally, I don't even know where the letter is, but like literally like one little letter was like different, and I had to go through an entire new republished process. So if you were looking for a book on how to, do YouTube stuff, you're gonna have to wait a week. It's not available. The hardcover is available, but that's just like a kind of like a collector's item kind of a thing. I'm like putting myself as kind of like, get the $10 one. Don't get the hardcover. The information is the same.
All right. I am set up. Here we go. Let's get you off of there. I love that my laptop is also touch screen, so I don't have to mess with the mouse. All right. Here we go. We're going to be looking at Immortal Rising now. Here we go. Beautiful cover. Absolutely love it. I like how the logo is separate from the rest of the background. It's like a brushed gold or something like that, a bronze. And then down here at the bottom, you can see it says Aaron C. Jose Garcia. So
it is Jose Garcia that did one of those Merkmaid covers. I'm looking at it right now. He did an awesome one. That's okay.
So here we go. Beautiful layout of a world map. This is cool. So we have Asgard. We have the North. The North. What? The Northgard. Okay.
Northgard.
I'm not even going to try to say some of these. Aquilon. Asgard. What we got over here? Alba Village. Anyway, what do you say?
Well, before that, it's like
a girl on YouTube. Never
he had something coming down the pipeline and got a pushback. Sounds like an impacted colon waiting to happen. Then he's like, did Peter write the forward how to grow on YouTube? Never mind, that would be the B-Rose.
No, I've asked B-Rose multiple times if he would come and join us, to hang out and whatnot, and he always turns it down, saying he's too busy with shit now. I'm like, bro, come on. Much love, everyone. Back at you, Fanta.
Yeah.
All right. So this is just the world map, but this is where
that's a cool map.
Yeah. I also love the credit page. That's really cool. I like the fonts that we have here. I love all the names. He actually gives everybody their due credit. all the way down to just the logo artist. It's really good. And then right here,
that's an awesome page right there.
So man, I'm seeing a lot that I'm liking here.
Say that again.
Yeah, I apologize for interrupting. I see a lot that I like, and it's little things. It's the little coloring in the background of that title page. It's the detail put into the map. It's the character on that cover. Like, just, I mean, we're not even into the book yet, and I've got like several things on this that I'm already enjoying.
The cover is what sold me. That's what sold me on it. Now the inside, it's a little different. It goes away from this color palette a little more, and actually goes into like a more like, I don't know, fantasy Lord of the Rings coloring or whatever, but it's still excellent art. Let me pull down here real quick so you can just see how detailed it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, the colors look awesome on that.
Okay, let's see if I can get it set back up to where it doesn't fuck everything up.
Holy shit.
What?
Okay. I like Jose Garcia's artwork.
Okay. We were hairy butt lurking around.
Because at the beginning of this stream, we were talking about Graveyard Shift Volume 5. Okay. And that one Graveyard Shift book, I don't remember the name of that artist. He should not be doing Graveyard Shift.
God damn it. I move it to show off the art and I fuck up the camera.
And guess who? Guess who did that Graveyard Shift book?
Who?
Jose Garcia.
Wow.
I do, and hey, I'm calling it out. I mean, I said it. I do like his artwork, but there's that one page, there's like a page or two in Graveyard Shift that I'm like, oh man, this should not be in this Graveyard Shift book.
God damn.
I'm looking forward to Merkmaid, and he draws monsters badass.
Jose draws pieces in the manga style, which is not my cup of tea, but everything else about his art is so damn good, right?
Yeah.
I agree with that. It's not my style either, but there is like a lot of personality in that. Like I'll give credit where credit is due. He emotes.
You know what it is? It was the page where they're on that fantasy world on Graveyard Shift. It's like real happy. It's just it didn't fit with Graveyard Shift, and I know it was supposed to be like a contrast to what you normally see because they're in like she's like in a happy place,
right?
But the artwork on those pages weren't doing it for me. Everything else is pretty badass. It's actually pretty good. I'm looking at it right now.
So, Immortal Rising issue 1. We begin in a kingdom known as the High Wind. It's ran by an elven race, and today a group of students celebrate as they're promoted to the rank of Ranger. And of this group, the top 4 of the class, their names are Elric, Aerolith, Lori, and Drake. And they're tasked with taking 2 princes out to the forest and claiming a boar for the evening festivities. So this is like a tradition that they do apparently at this kingdom. So you can see the 4 here. We have Drake. We have the 2 no-names that don't do a damn thing through the whole book. And then we have Lori. Okay. These guys are, I don't even know why they're there because they disappear later on in the book, but they're part of it. But anyway. So you can quickly tell that the 2 princes are used to their royal pampering and that Drake and Lori are into each other. Okay. Because down here, they're kind of like reminiscing, like he's like, oh my God, I can't believe we made it through. I definitely would not have made it through this without Lori. And she's just sitting there over there and they're dismissed. And then here we are with the princes. So this is the eldest prince, the one who's the heir to the throne. And he's very much into himself. Like he likes his clothing. He loves fashion. He's very much always talking to the ladies and everything. And then this is his little brother in the mask. And he's not really into the whole like reigning thing. He's totally got a different vibe from his older brother. Outside the
like
kingdom.
I like some of the faces he does on that girl.
Yeah.
I guess girl faces expression's pretty good.
Let's see.
You
He
know,
says
I
Jose is a
think those
fast
are more
artist,
important
but doesn't
than
skip
the
on
guys.
details. Yeah, accurate. The plot point is taking me back to that Spin Doctors jam. Okay. So they're into each other and everything, talking to each other. And then now it's time to go get the princes. And outside the kingdom, the hazing between the two classes of elves begin. Royalty thinking the rangers are dispensable pawns, and the rangers believing that the princes to be overgrown babies. Glad to know there's no difference between fiction and reality right here.
Have you read this whole thing through so far?
Yes.
What age group would you say this book is okay for?
I would say that this is for early teens.
This looks like something that my daughter would be reading.
Yeah, early teens to high school. Yeah, this would be good for her. She'd enjoy this.
That's cool.
So anyway,
that's a good selling point, actually.
Yeah,
she's into books.
So after the graduates disperse, they go pick up the princes, and they're ready to go out into the forest because it's time to pick up the kill. So they got to go out and they got to kill a dire boar. And this is where all the hazing takes place, different classes not really liking each other and everything. And then here,
I like that.
Yeah, we're now in the spirit realm, okay? And we're introduced to the big bad of the story. His name is Ba-Main, cursing his creator known as Locatus, which I can only describe as Locatus as being like the universal consciousness because you never really see him or see him take form. But it's really good.
What about that panel up at the top there? That spider
This one
girl.
here?
Yeah.
Let me turn it around. That doesn't do it justice.
Yeah, it's upside down.
Yeah, I gotta hold my camera now. Fuck.
You don't have to do it. I just want to see that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Reading the dialogue of Ba-Main, who's over here, this little tiny dude with all the smoke coming around him. You can tell he's a little butthurt about losing his all-powerful ruby. Reason being is that he used the big red gem to rid the universe of his creator's heart made of emerald. I wonder if we'll see green lanterns and red lanterns on the astral plane. But immediately, Ba-Main has a vision telling him of the location of his precious. And when you know it, it's on planet Terra, where a band of merry elfmen and elf women are enjoying the hunt. And upon gaining the knowledge, Ba-Main calls to his right-hand woman, Empress Tillix, and orders her to go and retrieve the ruby. Even without the exposition, you can tell by her design that Empress Tillix is a force to be reckoned with. She has an excellent design. I love this. The metal spider web behind her.
Yeah, that looks pretty badass.
Yeah, it does.
It's awesome. I need her Tinder account.
I like the way he draws smoke and fire and energy blasts and stuff.
Excellent. But anyway, so he tells her to go out and get his ruby. And she, of course, goes with this rule. And here you can see that's a nice little ass shot. We'll take a look at that.
Oh, yeah.
But as he commands her to do it, for some reason, it's not explained why, but she has a conniption and her nose starts to bleed. I didn't get that out of everything.
Yes, my master.
That's the only part that really rang out to me. Why the hell is her nose bleeding? But anyway,
is that a manga thing? Like, I don't know, you see a guy and he sees like a pair of tits and then his nose starts bleeding.
Yeah, but why would her nose start bleeding?
Maybe she saw something, you know what I mean? Maybe she saw a big dick. That's what I'm getting at. I didn't want to have to say that, but you made me.
We've gotten 8 characters. We've gotten the 4 Elvesmen, the 4 Rangers. We've got the 2 Princes. That's 6 people. Then we got Balmain and Empress Tillix. That's 8 people. And if you thought 8 characters wasn't enough for this story, get ready to be introduced to number 9. So here we're at a cathedral.
Genuine Comics just got in here. What's up, man?
Genuine?
Yeah.
What's going on, Genuine? He's got a perfect 10 for everybody to look at. But anyway, we come upon a gentleman known, he is a neophyte known as Muhammad. Training under the Church of Andronicus, he's mastered the sword and hammer, and he's helped those less fortunate, and of course, learning to defeat the undead that plague the land. So not only do we have elves, we have the undead.
Aragorn. Oh, wait. That guy's not undead. He's Aragorn.
Yeah, basically. And so
he looks like a cool dude.
After he accepts all that and has been that's been placed on his shoulders, he adorns the white robes and becomes a brother of the Dawn. So that's the cult that he joins for the church.
Oh, nice. Cult. I like a good cult.
That's the thing that, oh man, you know what the story needed was a cult.
Yeah.
This is really good art.
Yeah, dude, this is actually pretty good stuff.
Okay. And then the sun starts to set. Oh, you also see here, like right afterwards, you can see Empress Tillix is coming into the. Let me change my camera here. And right after he adorns the white robes and everything, we immediately transition back to Empress Tillix.
Hold on. Is he reading a book? He adorns the white robes and then reads a book. Typical. You know what I'm saying? Every time somebody gets the robes, they got to start reading.
You got to study. Anyway,
I like the space shot and everything. That the contrast between those 2 pages is like epic.
Yeah. The drama on the space shot there, man. That's a very
dude. That's fucking badass.
Yeah.
Just the lines, just the way the lines all.
He's got a lot of movement, like a lot of energy in his artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no doubt. So yeah, Empress Tillix, she comes into the atmosphere of Terra, and right afterward, we only get one shot of that taking place. So the sun starts to set, and the alleged heroes of the story, because they haven't really done anything heroic yet. God damn it. Fucking camera. Okay. All right. So the sun's setting, and they decide to make camp since they haven't bagged a boar yet. And our youngest prince has to take a dump.
That's funny.
So after a bit of hazing for not having brought his own toiletries, Lori decides to accompany the prince and keep an eye out for any predators. So while she's out there, you can see right here that the boar has appeared.
Nice.
And the youngest prince, still being all up in his feels, he doesn't warn Lori, and she gets brutally attacked. So because they hazed him about not bringing his own toiletries, he said, I'm going to get back at her and have the boar actually ram her.
Holy shit, that thing is huge.
Yeah.
Is this a metaphor?
I think somebody's going to have a nosebleed.
So Lori screams out in pain, and the rest of the group quickly jump on the scene with Drake.
What does that say? Let me read that for you real quick. Taya!
Perfect.
Dump.
So yeah, you can see everybody hears Lori cry out, so they immediately jump on the scene, and Drake's the one to kill the boar with his bow and arrow.
What does that say? What sound is that? Is that for the arrows? The like the whistling of the arrow. The wee wee. I love onomatopoeias. They're the best. Is that plungetty or plunge? What is that?
Yeah.
Plunge. Squeeze. I like it.
This is Peter's page right here. Look at this.
Yeah, dude. That's like nothing but whip, crack. I don't even know where to look. I'm going crazy right now. Squee. Okay, hold on. What does that first one say? Squee. Squee. Is that the pig making that noise? Squee. Squee.
Time to make you squeal, piggy.
Someone's trying. Mo Biggs has got something to say here. Someone's trying to take a shit. Then there's a great ramming. Sounds like a metaphor for Stanley trying to put out something through the pipeline and it gets getting pushed back.
Oh my god. Okay. So anyway, Drake does his best to band her up, and fear and concern start covering his face because, of course, he fears the worst. And when you guess it, at the worst time possible, Empress Tillix appears.
That's Spider Girl, the Spider Woman.
Yeah. She gives the order to begin the Dreadnought Protocol because they have to have a name for every time they commit Order 666. She hovers above Terra's atmosphere without missing a beat. Now, the consciousness known as Lacutus enacts his own plan.
That's Lacutus.
I heard Lacutus.
Of Borg.
Like Borg.
Enacts his own plan, calling out the souls he's created to help protect the last shroud of his emerald and the people of the planet. So this is Lacutus or Lacutus.
Lacutus.
Lacutus. Whatever, dude. These names. This is why I hate high fantasy. All these fucking names.
Where's Darmok and Jalad?
Anyway,
Oh, they're back at Tanagra.
Yeah. With that, in a flash, a flash of green light, the forest and the sky change in appearance, and you can tell that they're not in Kansas anymore, right?
Lorelei!
The princes are noticing the change as it happens, but Drake, he's fixated on his wounded friend. So Drake finishes wrapping Lori's wounds and are immediately attacked by the undead.
Oh,
so you can see here, he's bandaging her up. God damn it. You got to do all this shit on my own. God damn it. Why don't you buy the same book I do, Peter? Damn.
Yeah, I'll try.
You were talking a minute ago. Look at that. He's got some good expression on a male right there.
Yeah, no, he does good expressions. I like the way he draws. I like a lot of the way he draws. Like we were talking at the beginning about the and the Mermaid looks awesome. It was Graveyard Shift Volume 4, I think, that he did, and most of it actually looks pretty good. Just looking through it again, but there's that one page that doesn't, and I'm gonna be like brutally honest. There's like one or two pages that just doesn't look like this, and it's where Lilith is on like some happy planet, living her best life, and everything's supposed to be happy. So I get the contrast, but it didn't seem like the effort was put into those pages like the rest of the book, and so that threw the whole thing off for me. But this looks badass. Merkmaid looks badass, or at least the cover for Merkmaid. I don't know if he's the interior artist for that, but the rest of that Graveyard Shift looks pretty cool. It does monsters badass. His colors are badass. But yeah, he does good.
It's clean looking too. Like it's not complicated. It's not overly it's not crowded.
Right.
It's just clean. It's just clean and pretty to look at.
Solid comic book, man. Like this is a comic book artist that knows how to make it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Two different unique styles of artwork today we're looking at.
Yeah, no doubt. And then you can see up here that with the landmass changing, the undead are finally coming out.
Ooh, that's
and they
a
get
cool
attacked.
panel. That's like some action jumping at you.
And of course, Lori is being eaten alive by one of the zombies.
Oh yeah, I like that expression right there. I think they. Is that her making the roar? Is that it? Yeah.
No, I think that's him making the sound as
Grrr! Hold on, dude. Grrr.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that
That's a
Clash?
head.
Clash! I don't know how to do that sound. No, Lori!
Really excellent use of colors, man.
in contrast.
Yeah. Yep, he's got a good color palette going off here. Some cool.
So Lori was lying on the ground and she was being eaten alive. Things are starting to look a little bleak for the characters when out of nowhere, out of the shadows, comes Muhammad.
Wait,
And he,
Muhammad?
yeah, the brother of the Dawn, you know, the one that just adorned the white robes.
Oh, okay, yeah. His name's Muhammad?
Yep.
He seemed more like a Jack.
So anyway, Lori died,
Oh.
and which is really weird. I wouldn't expect, like, with the first book being the introduction, that one of the main characters presumably would die immediately.
That's stakes, man. High
Yeah,
stakes.
that kind of pulls on some heartstrings.
It would if they actually spent any time together.
You think they're going to bring her back?
Yeah.
Possibly, you know. I don't know if she's going to be on a cover for the second book, but to me, and in the book so far, she is dead.
Oh. Damn. Okay, we got stakes in this game.
Yeah.
People can die. It's Game of Thrones.
So we see here that the undead are still around and everything, and they're being swarmed.
Oh, you know, she's going to come back as a zombie, isn't she? She was bitten by a zombie, right?
No, though, that's her wound right there.
Oh, and I liked her.
Yeah. There was some attachment there.
Great character development, man.
And then, since they have to continue on their way, not knowing where they are anymore, but they still have to continue the quest, Drake's heartbroken at the loss of his would-be girlfriend, takes a moment to honor her and give her a proper burial before continuing their quest. And that's where it ends.
And then we get Knights of Locutus of Borg.
Yeah. It's a little short story in the back. I didn't really read it, but the art is phenomenal. It's completely different looking from what we just saw.
I just read Mo's fucking comment. Aaron isn't the type to pull shenanigans. Lori is as dead as Peter's channel.
God.
Yay. As I recall, Mo, in that chat you mentioned, you said you couldn't do Thursdays, but yet here you are. So we're both lying sacks of shit.
I almost forgot I had a mic on.
Let me get out of there. But yeah.
We can smell our own.
Yeah,
Talk about sacks of shit here.
Shit.
So I was pulling up the Graveyard Shift since we had mentioned it. Volume 4 right here. And I can't wait. I'm going to go back and reread them all because I love Graveyard Shift. But his artwork in this book, make it big. Make it big. Hold on. I'm going to find a good panel real quick to emphasize some of the stuff I really liked out of this book. Oh, and then I'll hold these pages for reference.
Dude, Jake, I love that cup, by the way.
I got this from a Comic-Con one year, or Dragon Con.
Nice.
His monsters look badass. Ooh.
Oh, Graveyard?
Oh, yeah. Do you like this page right here? This is another book that he did. Jose Garcia. Great monsters. Like, I like the way he tells a story. Then Where's it at? Oh, come on. I had my finger on there. Right. Aye. Then we get like these happy pages. Yeah, then we get these like happy pages, right? And I know this is what he's trying to do, and that's fine. So it's just my pet peeve. But the shading on like this, my camera sucks, but there's not much effort being put there. And it's like a simple page, so it's just a stupid pet peeve of mine, but it's just like, where's it at? There's another one too. Like the coloring here, right? It's not. I don't know, like it's not like this shit, dude. This is like freaking badass coloring, dude. Like you could tell he really enjoyed doing these pages. You can tell he really enjoyed doing like these pages here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
This shit looks fucking badass. This is what I want to see in the comic book.
Okay.
But that's just the story, I guess. I don't know. That one part of this, 3 pages of a story. I want to see John Malin come back, dude, like to draw this book, because Graveyard Shift 5 just got it in the mail. Looks pretty fucking sick. The artwork's like badass, but I want to see John Malin come back for Graveyard Shift, man.
Yeah, just FYI, there in the chat, Mo Biggs just committed to a Thursday.
Oh, cool. What's going on, Zaid? How you doing, Jeremy?
I'm not going in on Jose because I've got like several of his books now. But I'm only bringing it up over and over again because the beginning, I'm like, who was that artist that did that one Graveyard Shift? And then later I'm like, oh shit, we're actually going to be looking. That looks like that same artist that did Merkmaid. And then I'm like, Merkmaid looks amazing. And then we pull up this book, and I'm like, oh, that's the same artist we've been talking about this whole time.
Good to see you, Jeremy.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, Zaid, he's doing Modelo tonight. He doesn't have a bottle of rum on him.
Yeah, yep.
So you're only getting half, Peter.
Dude. You're getting half the energy because I've been dealing with third graders all day.
That's
now
okay.
I'm drinking Modelo.
At least you're not getting in fights today, right?
No fights today. My ears didn't bleed today.
That's good.
I'm good. Just chill, reading books.
He says, don't backtrack. You called that issue graveyard shit. God damn.
You're going to have to watch the entire episode to find out if that's true.
Half Peter.
Hashtag half Peter.
He's working on Beckon game UX design. Yay. All right, man.
Nice.
Keep that game coming. It's been looking good.
Yeah, waiting to find out. When's the next book coming out? The game is like a prequel, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's got its own story separate from the one that's actually in the comic.
Yeah. I also need to finish reading what's that? Kordrath, The Reckoning. I just got that in the mail too. I haven't finished that one yet. But I like Kordrath 1. It had a fun little twist at the end, so I'm curious to see how he does that in the second issue.
My bad. Comics are the prequel to the game. Okay, I got it backwards.
Oh, okay. Comics are the prequel. I don't know why I thought the game was a prequel.
I feel like I said it.
Maybe. I've said that a lot, though. Like, I'm pretty sure I've said the game was when we had them on.
Good on you, Mo.
Yeah, good call on that. That's the best advertising ploy I think I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
Mo's in the marketing, man.
That's the same one that had those badass knives, right? That were like all badass resin knives.
Right. And he gave out those little crystal load-ins, to everybody, that back.
Yeah. I gotta say, man, that campaign had like some of the coolest merch I have ever seen in that book.
He put a lot into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The effort speaks volumes.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
Let's see.
The black and white version needs work. Needs some work. It's everything's. I said the black and white version. Everything is gray, and like there's so much detail going on. The colors are all grayed out, so nothing pops. Everything is just a big wash. But other than that, like the black and white version, because the color version is so it pops. You know what I mean? The colors were so crazy in that book and like awesome that when you do a black and white version of it, yeah, everything was kind of like a gray wash.
So this is Immortal Rising issue 2 on My Comics. And it's got 14 backers with 739 raised, 74% funding at $1,000 as the goal. And let's take a moment and let's check out the trailer for issue 2.
How long does that have? Oh, no end date. Okay. That thing, I want to see that thing hit. That's such a modest goal.
I'll
like
fight you, Locutus, my creator. From your chaotic bones I shall make my order.
So that was bomb, man.
Wait, this is a second chance?
This is issue 2.
Oh, is there a second chance?
Recruits.
I'm so excited.
I don't want to babysit 2 spoiled princes. I need to make a good impression for the soldiers. This is a silly
like
What? Is that my lost magic ruby? Empress, find my ruby.
Your will is my command, my master. We're invading Terra to find Balmain's ruby.
Go forth, save the innocent, and punish the wicked. Yes, Father. I have an easy life. But is that all there is?
The ruby
Read
could
that
win
fucking
this
book
war
again.
once and for all. Let's kick the nest and see what falls out.
Locutus calls to his creations for help.
Where are we?
What are those things? We have to get out of here.
Damn.
And this is all from issue 2 now.
Gone mad?
The Bomanites have invaded Terra. Has the last shard of Locutus' heart been found? The war cannot continue.
Locutus aboard.
We can't risk losing it if it's there. You've come to the wrong place. Terra is under my protection.
Damn, Jose Draws Monster's badass. I love the way like the eyes glow and everything.
Right?
What the hell?
What the hell is that?
What are you watching, Jake?
No, it says Indie Shop issue 7. Switch too much.
I'm just asking because
movie whatever, dude. What the hell?
I'm saying, what are you watching? Because I got to get in on that.
No,
Oh my God.
I'm not watching anything like that. I can guarantee
You
you.
want to talk a thumbnail game?
No. So let's see. We've got Immortal Rising issue 1 at $20 plus shipping. It's got 2 backers. $20 plus shipping for number 2. $35 for 1 and 2. That's interesting.
Whoa!
So
is that the physical or digital?
this is the
50
physical.
page.
This is
Says
physical.
perfect bound and glossy.
Oh, holy shit,
So-
dude! I'm backing that. That's a
Yeah.
solid deal right there.
Yeah, if you get 2, you get $5 off. That's pretty good.
Immortal Rising number 1 and 2. Oh, is it in one book? Is that like all one book?
No, it's 2 separate books. You can see them right here.
50 pages. Copy of Immortal Rising 2. Damn, that's a good deal. 50 pages. That's a big book, man. Yes, Colonel Zay. This is the second one. He got a new campaign out, and we're looking at some of these tiers here over on Fun My Comic. The book 2's $20, and now you can get both books for 30. Was it 30 or 35?
Here is actually cheap. I like it.
Yeah, I like that.
What's the character's name that died?
Lori.
Lori. We need a Lori T-shirt.
Is this 100 pages for $30? Is that right?
100 pages for 35.
330. Yeah, damn. That's a good book. Not that like 100 pages, $35. Nah, that doesn't matter. But you get 2 big books. 50-page books are big books. $35 for 2 big books. That's a good deal. And the artwork looks badass. And the story looks fun.
Solid.
So it's like something I can like hand my kids
all the way around.
So when I read this, it was an easy read. I didn't have any difficulty following the story and everything. The art's great. I wanted a little bit more development between Lori and Drake just to make that death scene mean more, because all you see is him like really fawning over her really at the beginning of the book, and after that they're just teamed up and they go out. They don't really share any intimacy or intimate moments other than that. Like, I'm glad you were here with me getting through that. After that, not much about their relationship, but to have more of that in that book, I would have taken that over the little intro for Muhammad, the guy who donned the white robes. I would have taken those pages out and just left it to where Muhammad appeared in the forest as a, who are you? Who's this guy? Because he comes in at the same time as the world changes to where it's the undead, right? So when the whole place like terraforms because of that flashbang, I would have had him appear then because it would look like that he had something to do with that, which would have led to more mystery. So I could have had a couple more pages showing off Lori and Drake's relationship, and then have a little bit more mystery for Muhammad. That's how I would have done it. Not saying you have to, but that would have been my pet peeve.
Okay. Here, I got some questions. And Mo Big's actually asking, too. This is on Fund My Comic, right? Immortal Rising 2?
Yes.
Does he have it on Indiegogo or Kickstarter?
I looked and I didn't see. He does have it on Kickstarter, but I think it ended and it didn't fund.
When I typed in Immortal Rising comic, I'm seeing like Global Comics. What else have we got? Some Rumble shit. Indiegogo, Immortal Rising. So this must have been the original. It is kind of interesting trying to track all this shit down. I don't even see the Fund My Comic on here.
Unless it's weird. I could only find it on Fund My Comic by actually going to his link, which I actually posted in the chat, and I have it in the private chat for us. But this book was really good. I still wanted a little bit more with Drake and Lori. I don't think that she's ultimately dead. I think she will come back later on as maybe an undead.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Mo Big said that's it. Game over. No continues.
You don't introduce somebody that quickly and then get rid of them without bringing them back.
Well, that gives me hope because that means my channel's not dead. If she comes back, I have hope. It's like Frodo and Gollum. You know what I'm saying? As long as Gollum,
your channel? Gollum?
Frodo? Maybe? Because if it has Frodo. Frodo's my channel because he's saying that the she's as dead, which would be Gollum being as evil, right? Or as dead. As So as my channel. So it'd be like Frodo has hope as long as, if Gollum can change. Of course, Gollum didn't change.
Yeah.
But then my channel,
but he did get a video game.
Then
it sucked, but they did that.
So I'm Frodo, and they're Gollum. Mo Biggs is Gandalf?
I guess.
look what Mo Biggs said.
What the fuck?
What about like, hey, that was a pretty fucking that was a gay ass pillow scene.
Frodo! And there it goes.
Hey, I'm not sober, but am I ever?
God damn. That's fucked. 9 views. Ah, you made him disappear.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. I'm down for Immortal Rising 2. I'll back that one. But
Immortal Rising 2 looks pretty good, man. And Immortal Rising 1
is awesome. Immortal Rising 2 is good. For fantasy books, it's more about the art for me because it's not really my style. But Jose Garcia on those books, you're going to knock it out of the park either way. You don't really, need my 2 cents. Look at my channel. But yeah, they're good books. I'm glad I backed them. And of course, I did an unboxing at the beginning of the show where I got issue 2 of Phenomenova from Von Coleman. And I'm looking forward to reading that one later on.
We got to figure out a way to get this Immortal Rising on like the front page of Fun My Comic because I'm not seeing it. I'm like scrolling through Fun My Comic trying to find it. I mean, it's one thing to have the link, but is this a sign-up page or this is a live page, right?
No, it's live. Rising. It's funding.
Why isn't it popping up? Because I couldn't find it on the Google search either.
That's something that we'll probably have to tell.
Aaron, that obviously has nothing to do with this.
I'm sure.
Oh, here it is. Hold up. But it was like a couple pages down. When did it launch? Is I guess the next question.
Oh, I don't know. Does it give the launch date?
It's a storefront, no end date.
God damn, it's been 5 months and it's only made this much.
Okay, that explains why it's back. Yeah. It's pushed down a few pages.
That's crazy. I think something's going on where the backing is not taking place as much as it used to.
Yeah, that's Mo. The shadow banning. I was like, why would Luke's whole reason for doing this is to get away from the shadow banning from Indiegogo and other sites. Why would he shadow ban anybody, especially this book? It doesn't look like it. It looks like this is just a several-month-old campaign we didn't know about. So where's the promotion, man? Because I haven't heard about this book.
Okay, so I've got a weird one on this. So what is the tie to this and the video game?
This is a different
this
book.
Is completely different. This isn't Beck and Recourse. This is just Immortal Rising. Beck and Recourse is from Jeremy.
No, that's not what I mean. The Immortal Rising video game.
There's no Immortal Rising video game.
Yeah, there is. There's Immortal Rising 2, and I'm betting that's soaking up a lot of the what is it, the SEO.
Oh, I see. How old is that game?
Oh, yeah. No, it's called Immortals Phoenix Rising. Well, yeah, I guess that would do it. Yeah, that's on a PS5, so it's No, it's so cheap. It's like $10 on eBay, so it's been out for a minute. Yeah, it came out in 2020.
Hold up. I'll be right back.
See, that's why you got to start thinking about your titles a little bit more to separate them from other stuff.
Yeah, that'll play into it.
No doubt. Yeah, I think he knows that. No. The Mario Bros. Degeneracy. Maybe he didn't read the whole sentence. But yeah, man, I'm really happy with these books. They were good. It was pretty. It wasn't too bad. So if you like the anime style, but those colors are what really captivate you, I would definitely go get Immortal Rising 2. I think it's really good. I think the story is going to pick up way more with issue 2, and it's the same size. It's 50 pages. It's not
and
bad.
The fact that you get 2 of them at that price line, like that price range, like that's
$35 plus
that's value for your money.
That's a steal. Only 10 backers. Where the hell is this? The second platform it's been on? Was it on Indiegogo first and then came over here? Because that's the only reason I would think it would be this low. I can't stay up there at this point where I want to see the backer count and everything because of that damn Mario.
What site are you looking at there?
This is Fund My Comic. I put the link in the chat for everybody.
I do see links popping up on Google for Kickstarter and Indiegogo.
What's the shipping on this book?
If I type in Immortal Rising, Fund My Comic.
How long have you had the first Immortal Rising?
I've had it a good while. Like,
why does it say $0 for shipping? Shipping address. You got on my info, bro. There it is. Okay. Fund My Comic is a little different than the other ones. I've got all my information set up on, but I've ordered from Fund My Comic before, so I'm like trying to back this book. Yeah. And it's got all of these fucking questions, man. It's asking me a bunch of questions.
Yeah, if you go to Google and you type in Immortal Rising, Fund My Comic, it immediately pops up as number 1. So you're good to go if you're trying to look for it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really surprised this hasn't done more on Fund My Comic. This has to be the second platform it's been on. There's no way it'd be this low.
Okay. With shipping and everything for both books, $47.
What did he say? He fucking named it Fun Diverse? What were you thinking?
What was named Fundiverse? Oh, the Fundiverse?
Wow. That's messed up. But yeah. Guys.
What box?
We're at the 2-hour mark. I think we're going to end it here. I appreciate everybody being here today. Peter, Stanley, thank you for joining me as always.
Oh, I just backed it. Mortal Rising 1 and 2.
Did you?
Yeah, just now. I'm backer number. Does it have backer numbers on this one?
Yeah. Hang on. Let me.
Now you got to plan the Mario video.
Nope. Went away.
Hold on.
Yeah. Backer number 15 is Peter Orchard. Very nice.
Yeah. Because this looks like something I could like show my kids, and they'd be like, "Dad, that's awesome. You're so cool, Dad. I love you."
There's no swearing or anything in this book. This book is definitely for all ages. It's really good. It's not like
awesome, man.
Shadowpunk where you got to worry about what age range you're going to give that book to.
Well, once we get the second one in, we can review that one, and I will have it. We can read it.
Oh, most definitely.
it's the FU in diverse. That's a funny joke that's been going around lately.
All right. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Guys, until next Peter, what are we doing on your channel next week?
All right. Tentatively, I'm planning a Transformers episode, and I've got some pretty interesting stuff that I've been looking up. Like the crazy, I don't know, it's a whole Transformers thing. I'll have more updates. I'll probably post on Twitter or something, or in the community notes for that one.
Okay.
I want to do a big Transformers episode.
Stanley, you want to plug anything?
Yeah. Maybe I'll have my book out.
In a week?
In a week. We'll talk about it then. If you want to talk about some
Let's
YouTube stuff, that'd be the place to go if it ever happens.
No, Mo, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be like everything you didn't know and you didn't know you wanted to know, the stuff that you probably knew but you forgot, and everything that you know and you're like, that's going to be fucking awesome. We're going to talk about it again.
He said, how to grow on YouTube. Number 1, no Transformers.
All right, guys. And
the erector, dude.
Go over to Indiegogo and check out Brother Kit. Good night.